Alrighty, and we are back for another round of opening a bunch of stuff that is Magic the Gathering related. So, let's see what we got here today. In front of me here is a Singularity Rupture buy a box card. I got it for getting these Edge of Eternity play boosters, so we're going to open a few of those play boosters today. We'll also be opening this Edge of Eternities pre-release pack, and finally we will be opening the Commander deck for Scions and Spellcraft for Final Fantasy XIV from the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy set. Let's actually start with that one, although I will open up these boosters just so that I have them in their nice little case or display box, and then we'll go from there. So this is a sealed set boosters, so that's why I got that bonus card, which is worth like $3 or $4 as the normal version. I don't know if the buy a box one has any additional value. Probably going to do the same thing for a pack of Spider-Man play boosters when I get those in a couple months as well. Alright, the wrapper is off of this. Let's open up the box and put it into display mode, just because when I was a kid, I think I won a booster box once from a Pokemon card tournament, and it was like the freaking best thing I've ever done as a kid. I was so proud of that. Alright, so let's just get this guy all situated here. And there we go, there's the booster box. It's weird being an adult and being able to like more easily afford stuff like this versus being a kid and like just dreaming of being able to buy a whole booster box. So, exciting stuff for me. Alright, let's get started here. We opened up that box. Let's actually start off with this. I take it back. I'm going to do the Final Fantasy one at the very end here. So, got this little card that has a bunch of the draft archetypes and some of the summaries of different characters for the Edge of Eternities set. So, I'm hoping to get some pretty cool cards. Now that we have this box open, we will put this guy over on the right-hand side. So, I'm going to place that down there. And then let's open up the pre-release pack first. I actually got this online. I got it for pretty much retail price, but I bought it from actually got it through Walmart through a third party because I didn't get a chance to get a pre-order box locally. So I haven't uploaded this yet. I don't know which order it'll be in, but another one of the videos that I just recorded was the pre-release box for Final Fantasy. I had to pay a little bit over normal price to acquire one, but I didn't want to let that one go because I'm a big Final Fantasy guy. So let's see what's in this box. We got one of those card separator things. I'm pretty sure that's all those are used for. Got a black and purple 20-sided die for a life counter. And let's see what else we got. Obviously the box has a really cool design. I actually really like these pre-release kits. I think that the box designs are super, super cool. So I'm probably, once I'm done opening this, just gonna put it like you see my Final Fantasy one behind me in my my face video here. So we got a Weft Walking card as the 2025 promo pre-release card. So I'll look up if that is at all valuable in a minute here. I have to open my collector app on my computer. So let's start opening some of these play boosters, and let's just see if there's any difference between what the normal one looks like and this one. Nope, seems about the same. If anything, this is a little bit sparklier, but I think that might just be like the lighting in my room here. So before we move on, I'm going to go ahead and search for this other card. Just curious, I doubt it's worth much, but Weft Walking. Wow, that is a hard card to spell. And let's see, promo pack, pre-release cards, $3. Alrighty. So I can obviously retire tomorrow. Okay, so gonna put that with my other promo cards, and let's start opening some booster packs. So I promised you I'd open all the 6 of them that were in the pre-release pack, and then I'll open about 3 more, and then we'll finish it out by opening up the Commander deck. And I won't go through every single detail in that deck, but I'm sure everybody wants to see if that collector booster sample pack has a couple good cards in it. Alright, let's see what we got here. So this is the first time I've touched any of the cards for Edge of Eternities, by the way, so this is brand new stuff for me. Move a little bit closer here so I can get situated. Alright, so we got Caveron Skywarden, Graveblade Heavy, Divert Disaster, Vanishing Light, Sammy's Curiosity, Chrome Companion, Mechanizoa, Dawnstrike Vanguard, Scour for Scrap, Molecular Modifier, Dauntless Scrapbot. Sunset Saboteur is a rare character card, or creature card. Station Monitor, just a kind of normal looking foil card. This is a really cool mountain card, and then there's one of those double-sided token cards. I really like this full art mountain card. I'm sure it's not worth much, but gonna put that to the side and look it up, and then I'll probably edit this video at the very end and show what kind of values I have. One of these days I'm gonna get better at editing and start doing the little like prices in real time. It's just a lot of work to go and edit all that after the fact, and I'm doing this all for free. I'm not sponsored by anybody. If I ever mention anybody until I'm fully sponsored someday, hopefully it would be all self-sponsored stuff. Like if I mentioned box.gg, it's because I have a referral code there and I'm just trying to get some extra gems or whatever. All right, let's see. Bright Spear, Sky Stinger. Really like the art in this set for Edge of Eternities. As a newer Magic the Gathering player, or newer to the game since I stopped playing as like a teenager, it's pretty cool to be able to come back and into some of these sets and have them be really cool designs. So this Atomic Microsizer is just a normal foil, but it's pretty cool looking. So we'll just put those, and I'll organize all these separately, put the rares up there to look at later, and the normal ones over here, which I'm going to put in a deck box, or not a deck box, a card box later. I have a couple of those sitting behind here. I just bought those like foldable ones on Amazon. At first I was like, why would you want these foldable ones? And then I realized when they accordion as you open them, it makes it easier to pull the cards out of it. So I'm realizing, I'm learning, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to get back into Magic the Gathering. Is after 20 years of not really playing and mostly heavily playing Pokemon cards back then, it was a pretty cool experience to come back to this stuff and start to refamiliarize myself. Infinite Guideline Station, 7 power and 15, good defensive card it looks like. It's a flying card, 12 plus. Oh, draw a card, okay, pretty cool. So there's another one of those double-sided ones. There's a Forest, and we have a foil Caveron Turbo Drone. All right, I'm gonna look up this. I don't think this card's worth much, but we're gonna look it up in real time since I'm just curious about this Infinite Guideline Station. All right, and mine was just the normal one, and it's number 219, and that is worth a whopping 61 cents. If it was the foil card, it would have been worth a couple more bucks. Okay, let's move on for now, and I'll look up these cards, like I said, later, and come back in the video and edit it up a little bit just to tell you at the very end if any of these were valuable. All right, we got 3 of the pre-release packs left, and then I'm going to separate those out before I open the other ones in case there was anything really interesting I want to be able to call out. They came from the pre-release box instead of the normal booster box. All right, we're going to put that token card there. Just go through these guys for a second. And sorry if my camera's a little vibrating a little bit. I'm just trying to make sure it's in the right spot. Alrighty. That's a pretty cool Esteli Reclaimer extended art. I just like the design of it. I'm not sure if any of these are actually going to be super valuable, but got a foil Plains card, so we'll put that with the other foil cards. Starbreach Whale, and then this Esteli Reclaimer. I'm just going to look up real quick in real time, and we're just going to see if that thing is at all valuable, because it's a pretty interesting looking extended art card. I just don't know how good it is for the game meta and all that. So, and I have not learned all the details on why you can stack certain decks a certain way yet. All right, this guy is non-foil and it's borderless, so it's worth $2.07. Big spender. All right, let's move on to the next couple packs here. See what we got. I was having such a struggle opening up some, I think it was Final Fantasy boosters from the pre-release pack the other day, so it's kind of nice that these haven't been a struggle yet, but I just jinxed myself, I'm sure. All right, Weft-Blade Enhancer, Shattered Wings, Grab Kill. Looking for some of those really crazy foils, but I think I won't get them unless I get a couple collector boosters, which I do have on the way for at least a handful of them. I didn't get a whole booster box yet. Going to see if I can grab at least some more single collector boosters on release day. Just go to local shops and see what's out there. Okay, Weft Stalker Ardent and Rust Harvester are the more rare cards, and got a normal Mountain again. So look those up a little bit later. Yeah, see, I jinxed myself. I said, oh, these are so much easier to open. And now this one was tough. All right, I got it though. Okay, let's put that down there. Gonna go through these guys. So we got Nebula Dragon, Gravpack Monoist, Cryo Shatter, Weftblade Enhancer, Shattered Wings, Cavern Turbo Drone, Zealous Display, Wormwall Sweeper, Scrounge for Eternity, Seeds Ship Agrarian. Wow, I can't believe I pronounced any of these correctly. Memorial Team Leader, and then we're gonna look at the rares. This is Terra Symbiosis. This is a really cool card, just art-wise. Got a Normal Island, and then this Cloud Sculpt Technician. So look those up. I like that Terra Symbiosis design though, for sure. All right, so that concludes the 6 packs that came out of the pre-release little box here. Just show you what the art looks like on that guy. So got our little pre-release deck description of how to build from that in case you attended the pre-release event. And then, yeah, so pretty cool looking stuff. Let's move on. We're going to only open 3 of these because I want to make sure that we have some boosters to open over the next few weeks, as I want to have more consistent content instead of opening all at once. I know some of these YouTubers out there can just open like a bajillion booster packs, but I'm gonna guess those people have a sponsorship where Wizards of the Coast is like sending them boosters and stuff. I would love for that to happen to me someday, but I'm more doing this for fun to see if anybody actually wants to watch me learn this and grow with the game. So let's see what we got here. I'm not gonna call out every name. I think that would just start to get annoying for y'all, and so we're just gonna take a look and see if we got anything cool. Second Terra Symbiosis. Lost in Space is a cool looking card. And then we're just going to sort out the land and the token creature. Alright, so this is my pile to go look up values. And my pile of lands and other kinds of cards like tokens. Alright, next pack. Need a new garbage can or something to just throw all these booster pack wrappers in. Alrighty, so Brightspear Zealot, going through a bunch of these. Let's see what else we got. Interceptor Mechan, Tractor Beam, that's a cool design. Sunstar Lightsmith, Hymn of the Faller, Legendary Artifact Spacecraft. This one looks cool. This is a little bit of a rare card, not super rare. Then Bombard is the other one there. So we are down to 1 booster pack left until we move on to this Final Fantasy Commander deck. And don't worry, I'm going to be opening a ton more of these Edge of Eternities boosters over the next month or so. I have a couple other booster boxes coming, so there's a couple Final Fantasy booster boxes I got at retail, just the play boosters. No way I'm getting the other ones for retail. Although I might have a second box of Spider-Man collector boosters, and so if there's anybody watching this that has an unopened box of an entire 12-pack of Final Fantasy collector boosters and they want to trade, I would definitely be down. I am a big fan of both, but I think me personally, I will have easier access on the Spider-Man ones just because I got in a little bit early on pre-orders there. But we'll find out. I need to still get my hands on a second batch of those. Okay, so sorting those out, we're just going to look at all the common cards for a second here. Alright, Diadrine Synthesis Amalgam, and then Mechan Shieldmate. So all the foil cards I got so far I think were more common cards, so I don't really expect that almost any of those will be worth much, but I could be surprised. I've been surprised before, and I'm generally pretty wrong whenever this happens. So I'm going to take this booster box and put it aside, just so I have a little bit more real estate on the desk here. Move everything over for all my older Edge of Eternities stuff. I'm obviously going to sleeve this whole deck so I can play with it. That's what I generally do with these commander decks. That's actually been how I've been trying to learn this game, or refamiliarize myself, I should say, is just to try to use commander decks pre-built so that I understand kind of the meta of how they work, and then I go from there. So, by the way, I love how these commander deck boxes break down, but opening the bottom of them is like so painful. So Wizards, make this easier for us, please. Like, I love that this folds and collapses. Like, look at this. If once you like open the box up, you can fold the sides in so that the whole thing kind of just folds out and you can throw it out or break it down for your trash. So that's pretty nice, but the whole fact that it's a pain to get there is a little bit tedious. All right, what do we got in here? It's been a little while since I opened a commander deck. This is finally completes my whole commander deck collection, by the way. So I have all of the standard version of every commander deck for all of the Final Fantasy commander decks there. I believe I have one of the couple commander decks on pre-order. I'll pop out all these little tokens and stuff later. I believe I have one of the commander decks for Edge of Eternities on, not pre-order. I got the Secret Lair bundle where it comes with the commander deck plus some of the really cool foil Edge of Eternities like Secret Lair cards. Thought those were really cool, so I'm excited to get that shipped in like another couple weeks. So let's open these up, and we're going to just take a look at what some of the cards look like for this commander deck, and then I'm just going to put that away so I can go and like sleeve them once I'm offline here, or off camera. Alrighty. By the way, I'm curious what other people think out here, but all of these kind of like token creature cards, if you look, they're a completely different color when it comes to the card in the deck. So if you don't have sleeves and you're playing with these cards, how do you not cheat by seeing where the card is in the deck when you shuffle it? It just seems a little bit questionable, and I'm just curious how the rulings work for how you play with these decks that way. I did a bunch of research because I was also like, how do you play with these double-sided cards if you have a sleeve on them? And I'm still not entirely understanding how that works. I guess there's like checklist cards you use instead, but how do you get those? Like, where do they come from? Is there something you can buy, or is it just like a piece of paper that you put in there? So if anybody knows that and wants to share it with me, I'm just really curious. Okay, let me pull out a couple of these Ultra Pro like Eclipse sleeves or whatever you call these, just so I can put the foil ones in there and have those just automatically ready and protected. Okay, so now that those are in, that's a cool foil card, by the way. All right, so those two are now in sleeves. So there's a bunch of rare cards in here. I'm gonna go look them up because in all the other commander decks, a handful of these have been pretty valuable. So I at least put them in my collector app as another card I own, just to up my portfolio value. Not that it really overall matters. I'm not trying to sell anything right now. And so let's take a look at what we got for the Collector Booster Sample Pack. I am hoping we got a cool card in here. I didn't get a cool card. Oh, yes, I did. I did actually get a pretty cool card. I got a foil borderless I don't know how to say this name. Somebody help me. Anyways, it's the fancy version of the card from the Commander deck, and then Master Seymour. So real quick, I am going to put this in a top loader because I'm pretty sure this one's worth a few bucks. I don't think it's super valuable. And I want to get a better solution to fully seal these off better. I've been seeing that like a lot of people will put them in a perfect fit sleeve and then put that upside down in a like one of these upper Ultra Pro like Eclipse sleeves, and then they put it in a top loader. So that's interesting that people go that route. I'm probably going to start doing that to protect my cards more too. So let's look this up. Y'shtola? Oh, that is how you say it. Y'shtola. Okay, and this one is a borderless foil, so it's worth at least 180. I don't think this is a surge foil. I don't really know how to tell the difference because I don't think I've actually gotten a surge foil yet. So anyways, if somebody knows if this isn't just a regular foil, let me know. But wow, that was a good value buying this this box here, since that was a really decent pull. So, and this came from one of these sample packs. So now I'm starting to see why these little sample packs are getting sold on eBay for like $20+ a pop. Is if generally they have some of the more rare cards in these sample packs because you don't get all the random like other 12 or 13 cards that aren't super valuable. So that's pretty cool. I am also just gonna real quick look at this Master Seymour card. Maestr Seymour. Alrighty, and that is not a foil, but it's an extended art, and so it is worth exactly $1.66. All right, so not a super valuable one, but this guy right here made up for it at a minimum of $180 value. So that is awesome. We definitely more than broke even on the commander deck alone, that's for sure. That commander deck I paid retail for, so I think it was like 67 bucks. That one came from Amazon when they restocked those. So not a bad deal, I will say. Makes me kind of want to go and buy the sealed collector booster sample packs off these people posting them on like TCG Player or eBay, just to see if I can pull a couple more cool cards without having to spend for an entire collector booster. So yeah, that's it for now. I will likely be back and edit at the very end here to go over the overall value of the Edge of Eternities cards that we pulled, and maybe even some of this commander deck as I sleeve it. So stay tuned for more, and obviously like and subscribe if you want to see more of these booster openings. I got plenty more stuff coming, and there's going to be some pretty rare things that I'm able to show, especially going into the Spider-Man release in September. But I do have some collector boosters coming for Edge of Eternities. I got a bunch of play boosters coming for both Final Fantasy, Edge of Eternities we already got here, Modern Horizons 3, and then in the near future we'll get Spider-Man as well. Last thing I will share is that I bought or I guess, how do you call this? I won a couple cards from box.gg, like when I did some of those polls. I don't know if I have them readily. Oh, yes, I do. I have a couple of them here, I believe. So yeah, I got a couple of those, not this Adia one, but this Cloud Strife and this Terra one. If anybody is using that and wants a new referral code, please use mine, which is just AJ Choi. I'll put it in the comments or the description of this one. Guess that means this video technically has to be labeled as sponsored, even though I'm doing this by my own referral code. So anyways, if you like to get cards there or try to get them, it's definitely a form of gambling. That thing is a slot machine more than it is anything else, but sometimes it's fun to have a slot machine. I actually just got one of the One Ring ones the other day. It was like a really low cost to like keep pulling, or like basically running that slot machine, and yeah, I got like a $80 card out of it, but I probably didn't spend that much less getting there, so let's be honest. Alright, so for now, I will see y'all shortly. We'll go over some of the final values here, and then we will go from there. Okay, so I did a little research on the cards that we just opened up today, and obviously this Yashola one is by far the most valuable. This thing is going for about $180 as the standard foil version of this extended art card, so that's really exciting. I almost 3x just buying that commander deck just from that card alone. A couple of notable cards from the commander deck. This Yashola one's worth like a few bucks, not nearly as close as the other one. The Taru card's worth about 10, and then a few of these are worth between 5 and 10, so not terrible. Got a good haul from just this card alone, and then this Maester Seymour one's worth almost nothing. I think it's like 2 bucks. The interesting ones out of the Edge of Eternities packs I opened are these 2 Terra Symbiosis cards. Each of them's worth like 7-ish bucks, so just in case I threw them in some top loaders. And then I just threw the promo cards in top loaders as well. This is that Singularity Rupture that it came with the Buy a Box promo, as well as the pre-release stamped card for Weft Walking on the left there. So that is it. Like and subscribe if you want to keep seeing me do more of these, and hopefully you tune in for the next one, because I'll have plenty more Edge of Eternities boosters to open, and as well as some, like I said, Modern Horizons and Final Fantasy ones as well. And then really looking forward to Spider-Man in a couple months here. So thanks for watching, and hope you watch the next one.